ever since the big fire at Marshall Square in 2015, this has been a vacant lot. If commissioners approve those plans, this is what it could turn into. And while DNR is down in the water, Lieutenant Sett and I are up in the sky here. We're doing a shore sweep of the water to look to see if we can see any shadows or anything in the water that might look like the victim. Today is a beautiful day, but we're going to take you up and show you what happens here when it rains. Yeah, the damage left over from the flooding is pretty unbelievable. This is Rocker Road right here, or was Rocker Road. You could see that the road actually collapsed in on itself. Take a look at all of these cars heading into the South Carolina side right now. A lot of traffic. After results come in on Super Tuesday, do you think we could see more candidates end their campaigns? Smoke is still very heavy in this area over here, and if you take a look behind me, this is another hot spot on Odom-Graniteville Highway that actually just reignited about an hour ago. It sent crews back to the area over here. 265 pounds. There are boxes and boxes of pills full of medication just like this. This is where it happened. A woman walked right up to this home and started taking packages right off her front porch. But what she didn't know was that she was being recorded, and this camera helps police identify her at more than one home. They're going to take this robot and put it right down there in the stormwater drain. And the robot can actually get down in there and assess any damage or debris that there might be. People who live nearby say they heard multiple gunshots, some say nearly 40 rounds. And take a look, you can actually see the spot where one of those bullets went through the glass right here in the laundromat. And that's not the only one. Directly across the store right here, another bullet hole. The problem is they don't fit your face perfectly. They fit everyone's face differently. If you have a beard, that's a problem. And I'm told that water was actually about waist high earlier today. It stretched far along the road. So this is good news that the water is going down, but with it, it took a lot of stuff. This is a massive drain pipe. We first brought you the story of how the entire Strom-Thurmond homecoming court walked barefoot onto the football field after one of their own was too sick to walk in her heels. Riverside Middle is just one of the schools implementing digital safety into the classroom, and it covers a lot, including the dangers that could come with social media platforms like Snapchat.
And then, Laura, you uncovered one complaint called in just a month before this deadly accident.
Yeah, we absolutely did. This right here is actually the memorial for Barkley. Friends and family set it up, and they said they wanted it to be an angel because they know that she's their angel now. And we'll take you right over here. You can actually see the markers on the ground still from that accident. All of this, though, it begs the question, if something had been done, could it have saved her life? The pond feels empty to Wanda today. Empty because it's absent of her wife, Barkley.
She was the love of my life. She was. We talked about growing old together, sitting by the pond in rocking chairs and, watching the fish and what our future looked like once the kids were out on their own. I miss her.
Barkley died on July 25th. According to the coroner, the stop sign was not clearly visible due to tree limbs hindering the view, and the sign was not close enough to West Road to be clearly visible to drivers. The city is not required to maintain trees and roads unless someone reports it to 311. So we asked 311, did anyone report it?
July 2nd, 2018, May 31st, 2017, can't see oncoming traffic. Blocking the stop sign.
7 reports total, dating back to 2017.
This one here is the one that makes me the maddest because it was called in on June 24th, 2019. It was a month and a day before Barkley was killed.
So many warnings and so many chances.
Why was it not taken care of? Why would it take a life before somebody comes out and does something? Why would it take the coroner to request them to come out and take care of it after the accident?
But none of them are able to bring back the love of her life.
News 12's Laura Pugliese went out there today to check out the damage.
Yeah, the damage left over from the flooding is pretty unbelievable. This is Rocker Road right here, or was Rocker Road. You could see that the road actually collapsed in on itself. EMA tells me a driver was going down when it caved in and she fell 30 feet down into the water. That driver was taken to the hospital with actually just minimal injuries, but I'm told that this is just one piece of massive damage throughout the county. As the rain poured down, the roads turned into rivers.
We've probably had 4 or 5 foot over this road higher than me right now. It just couldn't take the force of the water, and that's why it was separated here.
But as the clouds parted and the water receded, it left behind a massive mess. EMA Director Blake Thompson says roads are facing huge repairs.
It's 80 foot by 6, and it pushed it out from under the road, probably about 100 yards, 200 yards downriver.
The flood washed up massive drain pipes on Rocker Road.
We can replace this. The biggest thing, we can't replace somebody's life, and thank God she was in good hands this morning.
These cows were left drenched and muddy over on Happy Hollow Road, and homes along Lincolnton Road were also flooded.
It would have some slack periods and then real heavy because that's a metal roof and you could hear it. And we had 4 3/8 inches in my gauge this morning.
Charles Carnes says he woke up to a pool on his front lawn. While the water didn't make it inside his home, cleanup won't be easy.
Just a lot of work. Just try to go through and throw away what got ruined and start again.
Wilkes County Emergency Services tells me they are facing hundreds of thousands of dollars of damage after this flooding, but they're just thankful that no one got hurt. In Wilkes County, Laura Pugliese, on your side.
He says he was asleep when the fire started, and it was his ex-wife who woke him up.
And that's not all she did. Laura Pugliese is live at that home in Grovetown. Laura, he's calling her a hero.
He absolutely is, and they've been separated for more than 30 years. Now, this is the aftermath of the fire. You could see the house is just completely burnt. Right over there, that's Bubba's room. He was actually asleep when the fire started because he watches his mom throughout the night because she has dementia. And that's why his ex-wife, Robin, was over in the first place. She helps out sometimes during the day and watches her too. Bubba says that if she wasn't there, they might not have survived.
I've lost everything in my life, anything of value, but I'm blessed.
Blessed. It's a strange word to use after you lose everything in a fire.
People say, how can you be so happy? It's because I'm blessed.
But for Bubba Badger, this is not a tragedy. It's a miracle.
God sent an angel that day to sit on my shoulder, and it was my ex-wife.
The fire started at 11:30 Wednesday morning. Bubba was asleep and Robin was there watching Bubba's mom.
As dreary as the day it is, it's a beautiful day to be alive.
She come in busting through the bedroom, says, get up, the house is on fire.
Bubba grabbed his cousin and turned back around for his mom and ex-wife.
The flames already come through the door, up the wall, and over the ceilings.
But they were trapped.
By then, I was inhaling black smoke, couldn't breathe, was actually scared I would not make it to the front door.
And like a scene from a movie, through the smoke and flames, Robin appeared, holding Bubba's mom in her arms.
The emotions that I had when I saw her and my mom standing there, I can't describe.
Through the dirt and ashes, they found forgiveness.
Love and cherish your family. If you got any differences, get over it. Because in the end, family is family, period.
That's why Bubba says he's blessed.
Family matters, your community matters, and your friends matter. God, above all, matters.
And if that wasn't enough, Bubba says that firefighters actually walked out of the house holding his dog in his hands, and they laid him right here on the grass, told Bubba that he didn't make it. That's when Animal Services stepped in and saved the day. They resuscitated the dog and brought him back to life.
I don't even know where to begin pulling the layers off this story, Laura, but it is an incredible story.